Imagine soaring above the breathtaking skylines of the cities like New York, London, and Tokyo. These places are home to some of the world's most iconic skyscrapers. But what about the ones that never made it past the drawing board? The ambitious designs that promise to reshape our cities but were halted before they can touch the sky? Well, here are 5 incredible skyscraper concepts that were never built. Number 5. Metropolitan Sepulchre. In the 19th century London, the city had a big problem. Basically, it was running out of space for burials, and that's where Thomas Wilson came in. He was an architect who wanted to build a giant pyramid that could solve these issues completely. Wilson's pyramid was towering 94 stories high over London. It was designed to hold up to 5 million bodies and had big staircases on all sides, leading to an observatory at the top. The exterior was about to be covered in granite, making a grand tribute to the dead people. According to Wilson, this pyramid could fit the same number of burials as 1,000 acres of regular cemetery land. But big ideas come with big problems. While Metropolitan Sepulchre excited some folks, it also created a lot of controversy. Many people weren't happy about it. Officials claimed that the land could not hold a giant structure. On the other side, critics called it a horrible abomination, while fearing it would become a creepy monument instead of a respectful resting place. Similarly, money was another issue. The pyramid was estimated to cost around £7 million, which was a huge amount back then. Wilson said it would make a £10 million profit, but not everyone respected his opinion. There were also some reports that the pyramid might crush Primrose Hill. Londoners also didn't like the idea of such a massive burial site in the middle of the city. So unfortunately, the Metropolitan Sepulchre was never built, and London opted for a ring of gardenous cemeteries to handle the burial crisis. Today, Primrose Hill is a popular park, where people come to relax while being unaware that they're walking over the spot that could have had an extraordinary structure. And number 4 is the Pinnacle in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was about to get more incredible with a new project called Pinnacle Las Vegas. In the middle of a real estate boom, Pinnacle Las Vegas was meant to be a symbol of modern luxury and style. It was designed to be something special. It was going to have 2 36-story towers connected by a cool sky bridge, which offered beautiful views of the desert and the lively Las Vegas Strip. From inside, Pinnacle promised all sorts of luxury perks for its wealthy residents. The condos were planned to be big and stylish with the best modern features. Each unit would have top-of-the-line appliances, great finishes, and huge windows for amazing city views. Pinnacle also planned to offer a high-tech concierge service. This service would handle everything for residents, from booking dinners to arranging rides. The idea was to combine technology with personal service to make living there even more luxurious. But then, the 2008 financial crisis happened. The entire world economy went down the drain, and the real estate market in Las Vegas came under its effect. Tourism and real estate development took a big dip. The financial collapse doomed the Pinnacle project. Even though there were a lot of initial debates, the developers couldn't get enough pre-sales or financing to keep going. With the troubled economy, buyers weren't ready to afford luxury condos. Meanwhile, banks and investors were not looking to take any risk. In the end, Pinnacle Las Vegas was abandoned. The spot is still empty, the land is still valuable, and developers still keep an eye on it for future projects. And number 3 is El Porto Vecchio. Back in 1992, Genoa was getting ready to honor Christopher Columbus. Well, we all know about him, and this city had some serious plans to celebrate the 500th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's journey to America. The main attraction was supposed to be El Porto Vecchio, a project made by architect John Portman. John's vision for El Porto Vecchio was unique. The main thing was a massive tower that would reach 843 feet high. The tower was meant to represent Genoa's history and its aspirations for the future. At the bottom of the tower, there was supposed to be a large plaza for amusement. It was expected to be covered and provide shade to other people. The tower itself would have commercial spaces, public areas, and observation decks with stunning views and a city of the Mediterranean Sea. When the most exciting part of Portman's design was the undersea aquarium. It was going to be a state-of-the-art marine habitat where visitors could see the ocean life. However, not everyone was on board with this project. Some people felt that the design didn't fit with Genoa's historical context. They were concerned about the structural integrity of the tower and the potential environmental impact of the aquarium. The size and cost of the project also raised doubts. In the end, the project never came to life. Issues with bureaucracy, finances, and differing opinions led to the plan being scrapped. However, Genoa has continued to evolve. Renzo Piano, another famous architect from the city, has designed a new aquarium. While being different from Portman's vision, it still reflects the city's commitment to honoring its heritage. Meanwhile, Portman's El Porto Vecchio remains an unfulfilled dream that could have transformed Genoa's skyline. And number 2 is Moon Tower. In In the late 1980s, Japan was about to get a new building. During a time of economic growth and urban expansion, Shin Takamatsu had thought of building Moon Tower. This futuristic tower was meant to be a great example of postmodern design, showcasing the creative knowledge of that period. At 651 feet tall, it was designed to be a multifunctional skyscraper with space for shopping, dining, and cultural experiences. The bottom of the tower was supposed to be a huge commercial area with high-end shops and boutiques aimed at rich tourists and business travelers. Matter of fact, one of the coolest parts of Moon Tower was this planned casino, which was expected to attract a lot of international visitors. There was also going to be a shiny moon-shaped structure designed to glow brightly and symbolize progress and innovation on top of the tower. But just like other skyscrapers, Moon Tower also faced issues. There were difficulties with architectural competitions and urban planning that made this project tough to get off the ground. As time went on, it became difficult to secure funding and approvals for such a big project. Things got worse with the collapse of Japan's economic bubble in the early 1990s. This financial downturn affected multiple projects across the country, and Moon Tower was also on the list. The combination of financial issues eventually led to the project being put on hold. Right now, Rinku Town is a busy place, with outlet malls, hotels, and an office building. However, it doesn't have the iconic Moon Tower that was once considered to be its main centerpiece. But still, Moon Tower remains a huge what-if in the history of architecture. Number 1. London Millennium Tower. In 1992, the Irish Republican Army bombed the Baltic Exchange in London. This tragedy not only caused a lot of damage, but also led to a fresh plan for revamping the entire area. London Millennium Tower turned out to be a proposed skyscraper that aimed to change London's skyline. It was designed by the famous architect firm Foster & Partners, led by Sir Norman Foster. They planned to build a 386-meter tall skyscraper that would have been the tallest building in Europe. The tower was going to have 92 floors with commercial, residential, and public spaces. The design was also looking futuristic with top features. One of its coolest aspects was the public viewing platform, which it would offer amazing views of London while attracting visitors from around the world. It was also planned to be eco-friendly, using advanced tech to cut down on carbon emissions and boost energy efficiency. But unfortunately, London Millennium Tower faced a lot of pushbacks. Well, the media jumped on it, with popular magazines even calling it the erotic gherkin because of its unusual shape. Another big issue was English heritage, which works to protect England's historic sites. They were worried the tower would overshadow London's historic skyline and destroy the city's architectural charm. Meanwhile, the project also ran into trouble with aviation authorities. The tower's height could interfere with flight paths, raising safety concerns that were hard to resolve. All these problems eventually led to the project being scrapped as support for it had faded away. Even though the London Millennium Tower was never built, its legacy lives on in the 30 St. Mary Axe, also known as Gherkin. This iconic building, finished in 2003, also designed by Foster & Partners, now stands on the site where the Millennium Tower was supposed to be. Well, that's all for today. Which of these non-built skyscrapers do you wish would have been built? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories about amazing architecture. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you don't miss any updates. Want to see the tallest buildings of the future? Check out this video to join us, where we will unveil the tallest buildings of the future.